It's here.
Hello?
Have you checked the children?
They're all pots, all of them.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
I'm afraid!
Don't be afraid!
No. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Here's Gingy.
Pain has a face. Allow me to show it to you. Gentlemen, I am pain.
I met this 6-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face. The blackest eyes. The devil's eyes.
You think that when you die, you go to heaven. You come to us.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
I think he's in trouble.
Julie, this guy, if he can't take a joke, he stinks.
When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk here.
Greetings, Flesh Wound Horror Freaks, and welcome to a brand new episode of Flesh Wound Horror. I'm Daniel Shine, joined as always by Ted Loya, Pugs Dread, and Kruger. Gentlemen, how goes your evening?
Namaste.
Goes well.
Enthusiasm.
He doesn't give a shit how mine went, so.
Enthusiasm time. Sell it.
Well.
Sell it, sir.
Enough with the pleasantries. Let's get to reviewing.
We'll get to reviewing. Why not? So, yes, we're here today to cover a brand new horror movie, hot off the presses, and that is Spree, a film directed by Eugene Kotliarenko. I think I got it. And this film, thirsty for a following, Kurt Kunkel is a rideshare driver who has figured out a deadly plan to go viral. All right, so we just watched this one, just literally finished this one, and curious to get everybody's take. And all right, so
How
first,
old is that OC bitch now? God damn.
huh?
How old is that OC bitch?
Oh, Pugs, true story. When she popped up, I didn't realize she was in this. I was like, oh man, who's that cougar? Like, wow,
See?
she's got old. That's literally like, it didn't even click, and then I was like, oh
Yeah, that made me realize how fucking old I am.
Bugs, I gotta ask you something before we get into this about the movie, because I don't know if you noticed this because it was a quick flash, but did you see the which Joker is he debate on the text on the screen?
No, that's fucking
okay.
awesome.
Okay, you may want. It's brief, but figure you might fall for it. But
Which OC young lady are you gentlemen talking about?
Marisha Barton.
Misha Barton.
Drop.
Yeah, she's old time. Didn't realize
I didn't watch the OC because they called Orange County the OC, and it was filmed in LA, so it already annoyed me.
I didn't watch this because I didn't really care for it, but I remember seeing like all the promotions and trailers, and they got pretty people, so it caught my eye.
I only know Melinda Clark was on it, so
it was big for like 2 years, and then nobody gave a crap anymore. But
since that's what apparently we do, because that's what we're talking about.
Caught my eye. Yeah.
I never watched it, but I know who she is, and yeah, she's.
Dan doesn't get move along, does he?
Yeah, I'm moving on. Well, we're just talking cougars here. All right, so Kruger, I do believe you just finished it, so I'm curious to get your take on Spree.
Yeah, so overall, I was pretty excited about this movie, just being a fan of Stranger Things. I like Steve, that actor. I think he does a pretty good job. But unfortunately, in this movie, I didn't really like his performance. I thought most of this movie left a lot to be desired. It nails a good concept and it works pretty well as a satire, but as a horror movie, it left a lot. Like I wanted a lot of the kills to be a lot more over the top than they were. There wasn't really that great of gore, and most of the stuff is just some being covered in some blood here or there. and it overall just didn't impress me. I thought it was okay, but definitely concepts better in the execution.
Yeah, well, this one's tough because Joe Keery, I like him too. I do enjoy Stranger Things. In one way, it's like I wanted him to be a little bit more Joe Spinell, which I could say about pretty much every performance. But I also get it because this particular like social media people generation do tend to be pretty annoying and oblivious to anything else going on in the world or around them.
Well, the one thing about this, and this is where I disagree with Kruger about his performance, because I could see the desperation in him wanting that fame.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, I get he was not likable at all, but I think the performance was there. It just was just how desperate he was.
Yeah, I think it's
in real life.
Well, I think it's just the character he was playing.
Yeah, that I get.
Because, like, I wanted him to kind of channel more Patrick Bateman and less, whiny social media bitch. But I know that that's what they wanted to do. So,
and that's the way this was promoted. Was like he's like the new Patrick Bateman, or like
Oh, was it? I didn't see that.
Yeah, which I'm glad. I'm glad I dismissed that immediately. It's like the funniest horror comedy since Shaun of the Dead, or what's the other one they always do now?
Well,
there's a bunch.
That or Evil Dead are the ones.
Well, that was
the most, but yeah.
He reminded me a lot of Elliot Rogers. If Elliot Rogers was like an Uber driver or a Lyft driver, you guys remember him, the incel killer or whatever the fuck they call him?
Oh, I was gonna say I knew the name. Okay,
the dude in Santa Ana. He was one of those weird ass Lyfts that he's like, I'm the alpha male. I deserve all the women in the world. He threw a hot cup of coffee on an interracial couple because they're interracial. But he was a half breed himself. But so that
damn, that makes Dan orgasmic.
Pugs is black for you audio listeners.
That has nothing to do with him being a half breed. Like anyway, I enjoyed this movie. I thought it was freaking cool. It is a awkward incel wanting followers. I think to the T. It was.
Would you classify him as an incel though?
Yes.
Like, isn't that more like just not being able to get laid and he doesn't
involuntarily celibate? Yes, but he has the attitude. Like he seems like that type. And like he wasn't even concerned about getting laid with that Daisy girl too when he ran into her.
Oh, so that's true. Yeah,
those people can be oblivious when the signs are obviously there. David Arquette. David Arquette is hilarious. I generally like the whole ride. I was fine. I didn't expect it to be super gory. I was actually shocked how far it went. But yeah, it was funny as shit. It had me dying.
Do you know what would have been a guaranteed 5 from each one of us if they killed David Arquette with a light tube? That would have been a guaranteed 5. But they don't cater to wrestling fans, so.
Can we get one show without a...
It's got to be one wrestling reference. I love David Arquette, by the way. I met him 2006, I think, and he's such a cool dude. Yeah, I would have liked a little more gore, too. There were a couple moments, like when they were, the car scene, when they were kind of pinned. I was thinking like, oh, okay, this is going to escalate now and we're going to get some more extreme gore. I thought heads were going to fly and then it's like, this one doesn't show a whole lot, which is disappointing because there are a couple good kills in theory, but
could they be done in theory the way that it was shot?
I think they're keeping it lighter to get a bigger audience.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, this one's probably.
I guess I'm kind of like Pugs. I didn't really go in expecting like this to be like really hardcore and nasty. Mm-hmm. I just expected it to be kind of a light horror film with the kid from Stranger Things.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be like super over the top, but there was stuff I would have liked to see. Like I'll get more into it with the spoilers, where some things could have been tweaked that weren't even like really that gory, that could have been thrown in there just to make it a little bit better. But overall, it's not a bad movie. I just think it had potential to be way better than it was.
I don't know if you guys will agree with this, but I'll throw it out there. I think if you like Fanatic, you'll like this.
Great double feature. Yes.
Right. Yeah, I could see that. I like Fanatic though. I thought it was okay.
Gotta poop.
Nothing groundbreaking though.
We call it the Danatic, so it makes more sense. Rewatch the movie. Just rewatch the movie. Pretend he's wearing a hat the whole time.
Me and George Lucas, that bitch.
That's messed up. Yes, go back and look at the graphic that Mr. Todd made. I did enjoy this though, to be honest. My review is positive. I mean, I thought the homeless tent scene was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
I wanted him maybe towards the end. A good way to put it, he couldn't channel Joe Spinell, but he might have been able to channel Jack Nicholson a little bit. Like, just like, why won't you fucking watch me, man? Sort of stuff. He never, I don't know. I would have liked that
would have been out of character for me.
He's whiny bitch the whole time. That wouldn't have made sense.
Yeah, but if you totally lose your shit, you can be a whiny bitch, but school shooters are whiny bitches, but they still.
Elliot Rodgers is a whiny bitch.
Elliot Rodgers is a whiny bitch. I mean, I would have liked just a little bit of edge there towards the end. But overall, I'll be honest, I really enjoyed it. I did. I dig the message. It's spot on, really. I think we all know
the message
like this character.
We'll talk about what you think the message was at the end. I'm curious.
Sure, absolutely. So, are we ready to rate it? Any other?
Yeah, let's rate it and get to spoilers.
Okay. I am a 3.5. I had a lot of fun with this. I do feel there were a few missed opportunities that could have bumped it higher, but it's a fun ride. What say you, Todd?
I'm actually a 4.5. I really like this one.
Oh, cool.
I am also a 4.5. Fuck yeah, Todd. I would give it a 5, but we'll talk about that in spoilers.
And Kruger.
I'm gonna go with a 3.5.
Okay. Cool. All right. So now is our spoiler section. So if you do not wish to have this film ruined, you can always pick up and see what if we had some of the same thoughts as you later. I do want to pimp out our Patreon at patreon.com/fleshwoundfeatures. Support us for early, uncensored, and exclusive content. As well on Twitter at Flesh Wound Radio, Facebook, Horror Cartel, Flesh Wound Radio group, Flesh Wound Features Facebook page, and also fleshwoundfeatures.com. Check out the eBay stores. And all right, on that note, spoiler time. Pugs, go back and look for it. It was brief, and I didn't even read it all. But he's like, no, he's more like Jared Leto or something. I was like, I hope Pugs noticed that.
I was trying. There was just so much going.
Yeah, it's a lot to pop up.
Okay, what did you think the message of the movie was, Dan?
Well, the message is, just fame at all costs, above anything else, above, losing your sense of self, that you're totally wrapped up in just people think of you on an app, which.
But then there's also the fact that she can't leave the app either. So it's like people aren't going to leave social media.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. In a way, it's not a sad movie, but the message is pretty fucking sad. When you think about it, because again, we all know people like this.
I just want to say, I think this is hilarious that we're doing this while we're all on YouTube.
All on YouTube. But I don't like go on Twitter.
We literally just got done asking everyone to follow.
This is true. Yes.
Please and thank you.
Because we'll do far worse than he did.
Well.
Okay. Are we all
I'm good.
I have a kick at the message I got out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I got out of it that because of what goes on with your parents and the way they are and the way they're treating you and the way that, you know, their habits pass over to you when you're being raised. Like if you saw, his dad was all up in his social media shit too.
Yeah.
And he's exactly like daddy.
Yeah.
He had an addictive personality, so that transferred over. Yep.
When he came out with the needle, I was
Yeah.
Fucking David Arquette, man.
You killed your mom.
I didn't know he was in it, so I was glad to see him pop up. That was funny.
David
glad
Arquette and Nicolas Cage need to do something soon.
Yeah, shit, that would be good.
He can be the other brother in the new Face Off movie.
I was in 2006 Fangoria, or 2006 or 2007. I was at Weekend of Horrors.
Are we done with spoilers before we go to story time?
Oh well, yeah. Well, I'm trying to think other spoilers.
No, we're not done yet.
I'll see a thing like the only thing that keeps me from giving it a 5 is that I wanted the ending to be a little darker than the Survivor, because I think it should have been. I don't think there should have been any survivors.
Yeah,
she could have died a martyr. But
yeah, but I did laugh my ass off when she actually took a selfie with them, and then like all of that stuff she learned about
what
herself.
They could have did is that Night of the Living Dead ending, because you know they are shooting these people just because of a certain thing. Come on, give us opportunity.
And it was LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the one comment, "You're doing good, sis," and they give her $1.
Yeah, those were pretty well placed in certain times. Like they got some good laughs. Like I said, I think this is better as a satire, but it would have been so much better for me if it went over the top with all the gore, because I think that would have just made it even crazier than it already was.
Yeah, I think for a similar film, I think Open Windows is more of a horror film than this one.
Oh yeah.
I like Open Windows a lot.
Yeah, same. So that's another good pairing if you want to, pair something up with it.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's one of those ones. I mean, again, I'm a 3.5. I liked it a lot. It's not like a classic for me, but I will also be honest. Like, I fucking hate a lot of people like this in the movie. So maybe I just wanted a little more.
Again, it's ironic.
It is ironic.
Man, you're totally that dude that was bothering the black girl, the black comedian.
Oh, Mario.
It's not as smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, like pretty much everybody.
I was loving the white supremacist. I was hoping he would be there a little longer.
That was pretty funny.
You're okay for a libtard.
Yeah. And then, like, just overdoing it, just like when he does, when Steve does the fucking arm reach, racism is wrong, or whatever the hell he says. It's like, calm down. We know people are watching, but you don't have to get all. You don't need that extra.
Yeah.
The thing with the girl talking about the face mask being blackface too.
Oh, yeah. She knows she's getting away with something.
I have a feeling this movie's going to be like really good to look back on in like 10 years.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. It's definitely worth going out of your way to see. Don't expect like some gory, hardcore slasher. It's not, like you said.
I'm recommending this to everyone who has a pair of ears and eyes.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you right now, it is. I don't remember how much it costs on Vudu, so I'm going to look because it just hit VOD today.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you can go see it in theaters if you're lucky. There are drive-ins playing it. I know there's one near me. You can own it for $15, or you can rent it for $6.99 because it is technically an in theaters rental, so it's a little bit more. It's not crazy like a Universal one, but
Disney. But
it's funny because Dan likes to shit on the mouse, but I mean, it was Universal who got this whole ball rolling.
I still hope the mouse runs.
That's gross, right? It's not just me when he does that. Right?
What did I do?
You sound like fucking Sling Blade when you do that.
What did I do? Whatever
I wrote. I'll clip it out and play it for you later. It was pretty funny.
I want more of Sling Blade now. I'm no longer grossed out. I just want to give him biscuits with mustard on it.
Can we do that character now? We'll just Sling Dan.
We do need we need a commentary with Sling Dan. I said, everyone get out. That goes for. I can't finish it here.
But yeah. Oh, and I also wanted to point out. Apparently, some of these are actual YouTube or social media influencer type people. The guy, I should know what from, but obviously I don't watch his shit. The guy, Frankie Grande, I guess is somebody. I feel like he does like red carpet stuff for some reason. I could be wrong.
Which
but
one
I've seen
was
him
he?
somewhere. The guy in the sunroof that.
Okay. The platinum blonde, the OC characters?
Yeah. So I don't know if any of these others were.
Dan sounds so old when he's just trying to explain to people like these are social media people.
I'm just but there's probably older people that watch that don't know. So there you go. They're on the social media.
Our target audience are people Dan's age.
Social media.
I'm surprised Dan knows how to log on YouTube. So
shut up, Todd.
So are we out of spoilers?
We're out of spoilers. My quick David Arquette story was 06, 07, I think. I was just hanging out with him in the vendor's room. He was buying shit there and just was sitting next to him while he was like talking to Courtney Cox on his phone, which I thought was just like, oh wow, it's this weird. But super cool dude. If you've never met him, he was promoting The Tripper, I believe.
That's when I got to meet him.
Really good movie.
I haven't watched it though.
You haven't watched The Tripper yet?
No.
That is one we should do during the election because it's, okay.
Slasher, tell me no more.
Slasher Ronald Reagan.
Did I not just fucking say tell me no more?
Yeah.
Well, then he immediately tells me.
That's
because he's fucking dumb.
That's the story. You see Reagan on the cover with an X. It's not literally Reagan, but yeah.
This is why he is spoiler Dan.
Anyways, I think fucking that I want to see Joe Keery or whatever his name is, Steve from Stranger Things in more horror. Definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
Me too.
Yeah, I agree. All right, guys.
Hold on real quick. I met Courtney Cox at the Scream 4 premiere. I just wanted you said Courtney Cox, and that just reminded me. She's a beautiful woman.
Yeah, she still is.
Did you ask her what the fuck she was thinking in Scream 3?
Oh, with the bangs? That wasn't her call.
You know what? She came in with that haircut.
Craven's like, boom. Harvey did it. Do something.
That's his her punishment for saying no.
Lisa Kudrow said yes. I'm just kidding.
Okay, we better get the hell out of here before it gets worse.
Good night, guys.
Namaste.